welcome back to another video. Today we are at Epcot. I got an ugly haircut since the last video, and we are going to be checking out the new pin trading area. I don't know if you heard, you probably did, but you can no longer trade under Spaceship Earth. That is frowned upon now. Now we're supposed to trade in the garden area, which is right across from the main store here at Epcot, the whole connections area. So we're gonna check that out. It is a nice sunny day. My watch or my phone says it's like 80 something. It feels a little hotter than that, and it's 9:30-ish, 10. I don't remember. I didn't wear my watch, but it's early-ish, so we'll see how hot it is this early on. But I'm excited. I think this could be a good thing. So let's check it out together. R.I.P. It's the end of an era. It's weird. Nobody is set up. They do have a pin board over there, actually. But I don't want to get all sentimental, but crazy to think the last time we were here was the last time you could pin trade here. Kind of a historical moment if you think about it.
I'm right here. How are you? Good. I don't know how many people want it. Which one did you see?
Very cool.
Oh, Frankie! That is cute.
Alright, so we're trading these guys for, I think, our last two Stitch photographs. I'll have to double check, but I think we did it. Alright, so we are set up right across from Club Pool over there, underneath this pavilion, I guess. I don't know what you would call it. This breezeway. Not a lot of pin traders out today. Almost none in the garden over there, which is understandable because it is very warm. And maybe 5 or 6 set up over here, so I don't know. I felt like I did a little bit of homework before we came, and I was still confused about where exactly the pin traders were supposed to be, so I can imagine just like a casual somebody showing up to, you know, like a normie trying to pin trade. I don't know that I would know where to go or what to do or what is going on. So interesting setup here at the park today.
Trading the Stitch Cruise Line for a Marie waffle. Super cute.
Alright, we are trading Mr. Toad for Scrump. Alright, so we're trading these two for these two. Alright, little update. It was kind of busy actually for a second, and I don't think I got enough footage, but I traded one of my cruise lines, which I've replaced now. I'll tell you about that in a second. But I traded my Stitch Lounging by the Pool cruise line pin. I'll maybe put that on the screen to refresh your memory, for this guy. Not a bad trade. I think the cruise line pin was a little more sought after, but I do like Stitch and I love Space Mountain, so I was happy to make that trade. And then we are missing just Maleficent now, because the same guy that I traded with for my Stitch pin, which is not there, I'm not sure why I'm showing you, had Ursula. So we swapped him for that one. I forget which one we swapped. We swapped Cruella. Yeah, we swapped Cruella, who again, I don't know why I'm showing you, is not there anymore, was there, for Ursula. So we're one pin away on that set. Still no progress on our Adventureland pins, which I guess I never even really told you what we're after today. I am, of course, trying to work on this series. I'm missing at least one of those, I think 2 though, and I am 1 pin away on my Adventureland series. I need Orange Bird. But that's it. Not bad so far, set up under this little breezeway. It's been definitely slower, but pretty steady traffic trading under here. And the best part is we have seats, we have a table, and we have shade. So this is not bad. If we can stay here, I would take this any day of the week, but I don't know how long this will last. All right, we're trading Goofy for Marie. All right, we've done some more trades and the filming has been hit or miss, so I apologize for that. But I did a trade for this Robin Hood pin with Mike from Mouse House Pins. Shout out Mike. I traded him 2 portholes. Again, I don't know why I keep showing you. There's nothing here. I traded them, but they were here. Traded him my last 2 portholes from our Disney cruise for this pin. And I also traded another cruise line pin for this Space Mountain pin. I do collect Space Mountain, so I don't feel too bad about that trade. I haven't looked this pin up though, but either way, it's a sweet pin and I'm happy for the trade. And maybe best of all, we have completed our villain set. We got Ursula earlier, like I showed you, and I got Maleficent, and I traded my Baymax pin, which, yet again, is not here. I traded it, but it was there, I promise. So, not bad. The trades have been slow here, but it's been, you know, it's been quality over quantity on the trades out here. Pretty much everyone that has come up to us has traded, so that's cool. We've been here probably at least an hour, and this is how we're looking so far. My wife got a couple pins too. Oh yeah, I forgot there's some pins on the inside, sorry, wow. So I just traded, actually just a minute ago, for this pin, which I just showed you. And then my wife traded for this pirate pin up here, and like I showed you also this Marie pin. So not bad for the time we've been out here and how slow it's been. Alright, so I'm trading this guy for that guy. Alright, maybe the most original pin board is the little bear in a Club Cool. Oh cool. We are trading Mickey Waffle for Marie Ears. The roller coaster of emotions I experienced when I opened this pin book was truly traumatic. I opened this book up. She said she wanted to trade. Immediately, of course, I saw Orange Bird up there and said I'd be happy to trade. What would you like for Orange Bird? And she said, I actually just bought those pins. I just got the pack and I'm not trading them. So totally get it, but it did hurt a little bit. All right, we just traded for this pin and we're trading away this guy. Just got our magnets. Pretty sweet. All right, well, we were set up for at least 2 hours, maybe more. We got a magnet, like I just showed you. And now we are headed to the land to get some lunch. It's about 2:45-ish, so we're gonna eat. And then hopefully pop over to Magic Kingdom to look at some boards over there. I don't wanna brag, but I did finish this set today. And I never bought a single box. Pretty good. I have secured the goods. I got a pepperoni pizza roll. It looks delicious. And then I got a chocolate hazelnut, or maybe it's just called hazelnut, I don't remember, cookie. Pizza roll came with chips, and they didn't have many options, so I went with good old Cheetos today. Not bad. My wife got a little wrap over here. A little wrap and some sun chips, and she got whatever that thing is over there. It looks good. I'm gonna eat this now. Lunch was delicious. That was our first time there, and it definitely won't be our last. That chocolate chip cookie, just about perfect. It wasn't too sweet where you felt like you could actually enjoy it and finish it. It was good. We're gonna head into the Finding Nemo little store to check out their board there. Probably hit a couple boards as we exit Epcot and head on over to Magic Kingdom. Let's find some pins.
I'm known as the Pin Knight on Instagram.
So my wife has decided she wants to buy the ducks now that they are sold out. So we came back to the pin store on our way out, and they got dogs. I haven't seen this one in a while. And of course now they have quite a few of the Stitch photographs we were looking for. I'm missing one pin now, so out of principle I refuse to buy another box, but I do think I might get some dogs. Alright, so got 2 of these. I have this one, and I have this one. So any of these would be fantastic. Oh, okay. We got a Dalmatian. And this is the one I wanted. We got Lady. Those are some sweet pins. Alright, so now we just need either of these two. That would be perfect. First up. Oh, hey! We got the hound. So cute. Last one. We got... Okay, another Dalmatian. Not bad. That's what we got. And I almost feel good about the duplicate Dalmatian because now I have a pin to trade. I would have felt bad if I bought 2 packs and just kept all of them like an animal. As we were making our way out of the park, I promise we will leave Epcot at some point. We passed by the DVC hut in the middle of Epcot. If you know where it is, you know where it is. And we saw that the cast member working had an entire pin pad full of trivia pins. So, of course, we had to stop and do some trivia. And this cast member had no mercy. She asked us some very difficult questions. Eventually, we managed to get one of her questions right. She asked us 3. But the first one was, before they built the Tree of Life in Animal Kingdom, what did they place down to build the tree around? Which, to me at least, was a confusing question to begin with, and I certainly had no idea what the answer was, but we spent an excruciating amount of time guessing and embarrassing ourselves. If you want to know the answer, it was an upside-down oil rig, oil driller. I don't know. I'm not sure. And then she asked us some pretty standard questions after that. We eventually did get one right, and she showed us our pins, but some tough trivia. But I always enjoy learning something. Never gets old. Sorry, we're very far away, but there it is. So the camera was malfunctioning or something. I don't know if the 500-degree temperature got to the camera or what, but we found this castle in here, in the little photo store, on a board. Pretty sweet. And yes, it is 500 degrees out here. That is not any sort of exaggeration. It's hot.
In my pouch, stuff that's a little bit better, so I do ask for something relatively better in trade. If you would like to see what's in the pouch, I do have a hard question. In the past 2 days, I've only had 4 people get the hard question right.
So again, I am not going to make you wait 15 minutes while we embarrass ourselves trying to get this trivia, but this guy was super nice and had a bunch of cool pins. Basically, as you heard, he said he's got some good pins in the back if you want a super hard question. Otherwise, he'll give you an easier question if you just want to see the normal pins. So, of course, challenge accepted, right? We took the hard question, and the question was, in some episode of some TV show, I don't remember now, the name of Donald Duck's sister is revealed. What is her name? So, of course, I was thinking D names, so I tried to guess every woman's D name I could think of. Was not right. None of them were correct. If you want to know the answer, Donald Duck's sister's name is Della. Della Duck. So go see this guy, say Della Duck. He will be blown away. Other than that, though, he was just a super nice guy. Asked us a couple trivia questions, and we did end up making a trade. All right, I gotta make this quick. This baby is melting, but it is 5 million degrees out here. We're sitting on these black things, and they are very, very hot. We'll get some ice cream to hopefully cool down a little bit. It's like, I don't know what time it is, like maybe 3:30, 4 o'clock. It's hot. It's very hot.
Thank you.
I haven't checked in a while because it has been a real dry spell here at Magic Kingdom. We peaked early. We found that castle on the board when we first got here, and then I don't think we've traded anything since. But we just checked out Winnie the Pooh, and we found these 3 pins on one board. That's pretty good. So we are completely traded out. This is my wife's board. This is mine. So I don't know what we will do. We have some pins in our bigger pin folio that we could trade, but I'm kind of ready to go home anyway. So I guess we'll see what we do. Just pulled a couple out of the bigger pin book as like just in case, because this car is cool. This 2024 St. Patrick's Day Stitch is cool, and this one is cool, but you know, they're not that cool. We haven't seen a lot of interest when we're trading with other people, so I wouldn't mind losing any of these pins.
I'll take the Stitch snack. Do you have mine? Yeah. Thank you.
Since the boards are, I mean, I was going to say not good, but actually the last couple, as I showed you, have been pretty good. But since the boards have been somewhat lacking today, we did buy some pins. These are going to be traders. And we also got this mystery box. This is Winnie the Pooh mystery box. Here is what is in there. We have a couple, sorry, very blurry. I don't know if it's any better, but we have a couple of these, but these, yes, we need that one. I don't know, there it is. So let's see what we got.
I need this one and this one.
That's what's gonna be in there. I can feel it.
I got this one. It's a cute trader though. Oh, 2 piglets. I needed this one.
1 for 2, not bad. All right, we're leaving. We have seen a lot of boards today and had like 1 or 2 good ones, but other than that, haven't had a lot of success. Even with trivia, haven't had a lot of success, so I'm ready to go home. We're walking to the front now. I'll show you everything we ended up with when I get home, but it has been a day. We got here at like 9:45, 10-ish, and it's at least 7:30. I didn't wear my watch, so I don't know exactly what time it is, but at least 7:30. So put in the work today for some pins. Some good pins, some not so good pins, but I'll show you.
Which one do you want to trade?
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You guys have a good one. You too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're on our way out, and the boards have been weird. Like nothing, and then a board with like 5 great pins. So we're on our way out, and there was a little parade of pins at the front. There's 2 really good pin boards, so we got some better pins. We got the Ariel ears, and then we got Sadness, and then we got the, I think the Valentine's Day Donald. Not bad. It is the next day. We got home sort of late-ish yesterday, and I had the worst headache. I had a headache all night last night. Not to cry, but this right here, I didn't join a cult or anything. This is not like an initiation something. I just had a really bad headache and was like massaging my sinuses all night, and I guess did that. So that's cool. But anyway, I feel a little bit better now. I'm going to show you all the pins that we got. We also got some pin mail today, so it kind of worked out. I can show you that now, and then we'll wrap this thing up. So here's all the pins we got today. Well, yesterday and today. So starting with the pins we found on the boards / from cast members. You probably wouldn't believe me if I said the boards were kind of bad, but they were kind of bad. We just found like 2 really, really good ones. We found one in the beginning, which was the castle, and then we walked all around the park, pretty much didn't find anything, and then we went into the Winnie the Pooh shop by the ride, and we found, like, I forget exactly which, but you saw it already anyway, but we saw like 2 or 3 good pins on that one, and then as we were leaving, there were a couple cast members set up at the front of the park with pin boards that they must have just refreshed because there were some pretty good pins. And then here are the pins that we purchased in the park. So we bought these for traders. My wife chose these 2 pins. I'm not sure how popular Lizzie McGuire is. Seems kind of niche, but you know, I respect it. And then we bought 2 of the dogs mystery packs, which I have not seen in the park for a very long time. And by a very long time, I mean like maybe a month. So relatively long time, but love these. Gonna trade one of these guys and add the others to my dog collection. And then the little Winnie the Pooh box that we bought. We got these 2 piglets. My wife already had that one, but this one was a score. So not a ton of pins that we bought, but pretty good little haul. So next I'm going to show you all the pins that we traded for in the new pin trading location. But first, I just realized I didn't really share much on what I thought of the new pin trading spot. So I'll do that just really quick. So first of all, I don't even know what the new pin trading spot is. I heard they wanted us to trade out in the garden, but as you saw, nobody was doing that. I think we saw 1 or 2 people set up out in the garden because it was incredibly hot. It was like 90 degrees, but it felt so hot, and there's no shade out there. So I don't really know what the future holds with that location, but where we actually traded was in the little breezeway between, like right across from Club Cool, right across from Connections and that area, Starbucks and all that. And as far as like setups go, absolutely no complaints from me. A little less traffic, but we had seats, we had a table, we had a ton of shade, we were close to everything. It was a fantastic spot. The trading was slower, but I felt like in a way that was nice because I got to interact more with people when people did stop by. It was like a better interaction, and I think I only didn't trade with somebody who stopped by like 2 or 3 times. So quality over quantity for sure as far as trades go in the new spot. That probably won't stay the new spot. But yeah, all in all, I have no complaints about not trading under Spaceship Earth. Sitting on the ground, being looked at like a homeless person, weren't great times for me, but we'll see what the future holds, but no complaints over here. All right, now I'm going to show you the pins that we traded for. I didn't realize it at the time, but I think we were set up for like 3 to 4 hours. It didn't feel like it, but we did a decent amount of trading, but 4 hours worth. I don't know if we have a giant haul from that, but I did get very close to finishing my Stitch photograph set. I'm just missing 1 pin. It's the one of him holding the record. I traded for 2 Stitch Space Mountain pins. My Space Mountain collection didn't exist 3 days ago, and now it's off to a pretty decent start. I don't know why Stitch is always on Space Mountain. I guess he is like the Tomorrowland, you know, golden child, but still kind of funny that they're both Stitch. And we finished our villain set, which was really, really cool. Didn't buy a single pack for that set and finished it, so I'm pretty proud of that. And then I traded for this pin with Mike from Mouse House Pins. That was awesome. I don't really collect Robin Hood, but this is an awesome pin that I think I'm definitely going to hold on to. And then on the inside, some less impressive pins, sort of, but still good pins. I finished also my Adventureland set. Our friend that we set up next to in the new trading spot, he knew we were looking out for this pin, so actually after we had already left, he found this pin for us, traded for it, and then we traded with him, so shout out Jose. You're my hero. Thank you so much for that. And then I found this Disneyland Snow White 25 years of pin trading pin, which is pretty sweet. I am going to trade this one away, but I thought it was cool enough to pick out and show you. They got a Pirates pin. It's Pirates. I don't love it, but it's Pirates. And then we got this Dalmatians as a Loungefly pin, which is super cool. And got this pin. I don't know anything about this pin other than that it comes from the Disney store in Japan for the 30th anniversary, but what a cool pin. Traded with a guy for that pin. Shout out. He subscribed to the channel, so I appreciate that. And then my wife traded for these pins and maybe a couple more, but these are the main ones that she traded for. She got a lot of Marie today. And we also traded for this guy, which we did already have, but it's out of I was gonna say out of print, but it's no longer being sold, so we'll trade for that one. And then she got this Marie waffle. She obviously collects Marie, and this one's kind of rare. I think this is from Disneyland, these ears. This is a Loungefly. This is from a Slippers pack, and that is a Munchling. So all in all, not a bad day of trading. And then last but not least, some pin mail. So most of this came today. Some of it came, well, this one came yesterday, but pretty sweet. I'm gonna flip this open so you don't have to see my ugly reflection the whole time. But this is a limited edition. There's 750 of these. It's part of the Artist series. Really, really cool pin. This is from D23 last year, or no, this is from an event, I think, from earlier this year. I don't know. My wife ordered these, but super cool Jack pin. I forget exactly limited edition to what. It doesn't say. Limited edition to something small, I'm sure. But super cool pin. It's part of a larger set of the Incredibles. I think there's like 9 of them total. And then we got Chef Mickey's, which is not sold anymore, and somewhat sought after pin. So pretty cool little haul here we got in the mail, adding to our collection. But that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.